What is up, guys? This is Leviathan Kraken here, and today I'm showcasing the Tweaks and Fixes mod. The author is qqqbbb, so I'm not sure who that is, but I'm going to talk about why you have got to get this mod today. Now, the Tweaks and Fixes, there's several different categories here. We've got bug fixes, quality of life improvements, a few things to make your life easier playing the game, and then tweaks you can toggle in-game. Now remember, you're going to have to probably reset your save file in order for these to activate, because I noticed whenever I clicked them, they didn't just instantly work. But I really like this one. Disable tutorial messages when you first start the game. Takes that annoying message off. And what a lot of this does is it makes the game more realistic. You've got player movement speed tweaks. Certain reductions in speed when you're walking, wearing fins, and things like that. Inventory, you know, how it can affect your speed. It'll actually slow your character down. So I think these are really cool. Vehicle movement tweaks. Okay, now this is interesting. You can't break the outcrop with your bare hands. And that's something I've actually thought about while playing this game. You know, you need like a knife or a tool. So I mean, yeah, I almost kind of assumed the character was just grabbing a rock and breaking it, but that you know, these add a lot more realistic aspects to the game. You won't regenerate health when full. This is interesting. You have a 30% chance of dropping your tool while taking damage. Let's see, we covered that. Knife attack range percentage. You can actually adjust that. And you know, for all of you guys that love to, you know, have that mod with the oxygen, you know, everything. This makes it a lot more realistic. The realistic oxygen consumption. The crush depth mod. That's what I was thinking about. Where you know you get the bends or whatever. You take damage when you ascend too quickly. Well, you can actually modify some of this. The crush damage from the depth of the water. Now, that's something Subnautica does not have. It's not realistic. So now we have that we can add. You can modify how much crush damage your vehicle takes, how quickly your food will decay. I mean, all kinds of stuff. You can modify your gaming experience so much. I think this is probably one of the best mods we've had up to date. This modifies the creature's respawns. Predators less likely to flee. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so you can scan it. You can get the prawn suit just from scanning one of the main pieces instead of having to go around scanning 20 arms. So that I feel like that kind of makes it a little bit more realistic. It might make it a little bit easier too. Disable the Reaper's Roar. Okay, well, I don't know why you really want to do that, but Data Box Life. You can tweak your life pod. No easy. Oh, okay. So they only release shale outcrops when stopping. Quick slot cycle key. Okay. Okay. All right. Now I'm not going to read all of this. Here's the website here, and of course, if you want to just pause the screen, you can read all of this right here. This we already covered. Here's the 3 different categories: bug fixes that he did, quality of life improvements, and then the tweaks that we covered. So, yeah, these are some pretty cool stuff. The stalkers, they'll drop whatever they're holding, the metal salvage, obviously, when you attack them, which makes perfect sense. It tells you if the fish is dead when looking at them. I mean, you know, it's just got a whole bunch of stuff here that I'm going to try to cover as much of this in a video as I can, so that way you can actually see a few things for yourself. But this is a long list of improvements. This is really cool. Here's one that I really like. You know, when your sea moth hits an object at a very low speed, the fish splat sound was played. That's originally what happened, so they got rid of that. And says you can destroy those stupid jellyfish things with your knife, those drooping stingers. So there's a few other, you know, few cool stuff in here. Let's see. Let's look at these quality of life improvements. Let's see. Yeah, this right here I'm going to showcase. When your sea moth is beached, you can push it with your hands. So that definitely is going to be a game-changing mod right there. You're gonna love this. Okay, let's get. Okay, so now it says that the smoke, the lighting improves. Okay, so. Okay, you see the smoke coming out. I'm assuming that did not happen before. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, you can see it coming. Oh, it stopped now. I don't really know what they mean by the light improved. I'm not really sure. Okay, now here we go. We are beached on the island. We cannot move it, no matter what we do. What do I do? Do I build a base pod here to push it up? No. All I do is hit that, and now it's back in the water. Aren't mods great? All right, now I'm looking at something on bug fixes saying that when you start drilling in your prawn suit, the drilling particles were not shown. So I'm trying to think exactly what this means here. That right there. Okay, so I don't believe that was visible before. When you're drilling, it just adds it to inventory, but now you see the, okay, I get it. I totally get it. This is, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know, like, you can see the actual lithium breaking off instead of it just saying added to vehicle storage. There, they see, there it is right there. Just another neat little, you know, added detail that they added. I like that. I like that. Alright, so here we are in the cave area. And you're coming in here. And you got all these jellyfish looking things to avoid. Oh wow, what was that? Did a fish just run into that? I don't know, but anyway, so you want to get rid of them. There you go. Now they can make them disappear. Get rid of them just one at a time, and that could make it so much easier for you. So that way you're not having this happen. Alright, here we go. About to attack me a stalker. Did he drop it? Yeah, he did. Well, I didn't really get to see it, but these boogers are hard to catch. Even with the ultra glide fins. Did he have one? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, I mean, it makes sense for them to drop the metal salvage when you're hacking them with a knife, but you know, these guys are so fast. I mean, the odds of hitting one that's holding a metal salvage in his mouth is, you know, just a little bit low, because they're not going after you, they're swimming away from you. So I felt like, even though that does add some, you know, more realistic stuff to the game, that kind of was just a little bit pointless. A couple things I found interesting here under the tweaks and fixes section here. This vehicle movement tweaks, it caught my attention. Vehicles don't exceed their max speed and don't consume more power when moving diagonally. Prawn suit, so pretty much what this is it's slowing down their speeds in certain directions. Prawn suit can't move sideways, which, okay, because of the legs, you know, I get it, it makes sense. Seamoth can't move backward. Seamoth's vertical and sideways speed is halved. Cyclops' vertical and backward speed is halved. No time limit when using prawn suit thrusters, but they consume twice more power than walking. So this is, okay, so if you think about gravity, you know, the Seamoth and the Cyclops moving vertically, you know, up and down, obviously you got gravity moving against you, and so that makes sense for it to kind of reduce the speed a bit. And then they're making it a bit harder, where with the prawn suit thrusters, it's consuming more power than it is when walking. And you know, it's interesting. These kind of things, when you're playing the game, I never paid attention to any of this stuff. you know, what uses what power during certain times. I mean, this guy has really put a lot of thought into this, and I really do appreciate this mod. This is really cool. So another thing that really caught my attention was the realistic oxygen consumption. Okay, so think about this. When you get from 100 meters, you know, it says oxygen efficiency decreased 200 meters, and so, you know, you get to that point and then your oxygen, you know, consumption increases. Okay, now what this does is it gradually, you know, in a linear progression, as it says here, increases that amount of consumption. So you don't have to, I mean, it makes it a little bit more difficult, obviously, but you know, the consumption slowly increases, so that way it doesn't just jump from 100 meters to 200 meters and then change. It, you know, it will gradually increase the consumption as you get to that depth, and that is really cool. Really, really cool. And that's about all I'm going to show for now. I mean, that's just a small fraction of what all is in this mod. There's so much more that it can do. There future things I would like to suggest is I would like to see fish not swimming through your base. And earlier I just saw this reaper swim right through the ground. So anyway, I end you with a Leviathan that cannot roar, but he can still kill me. So if you like the video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Thank you so much. Peace out.